It's Pastor Sue at Churches United again. Just wanted to check in as I've been doing each week throughout this time. Have had some questions about with Fargo reopening, what that might mean for Churches United and whether we're still keeping our precautions. The answer to that is yes, we are. Like other congregate facilities in Minnesota, we started to impose extra precautions and extra measures to make sure that we were staying safe before the governor's announcement of social distancing and closing of other sectors of the economy. And we anticipate, because of the vulnerable population that we serve and serve in such close quarters, that the precautions we're taking now will continue for a number of weeks, even after other sectors of the economy have opened. So we really appreciate your support and your prayers, and we continue to hope for your support as we move through this time. Also, I wanted to give you an update on our folks here at Micahs Mission who tested positive last week and those who had close contact. Unfortunately, I have to report that one of our shelter guests remains in the ICU and is in very grave condition. Your prayers would be appreciated for her. Our other guest who tested positive is doing better and is at an off-site isolation facility that we've worked with Clay County Public Health to establish. We're grateful for their partnership in this time and are hopeful that she will recover and recover fully and swiftly. We have a number of other folks who are at that site because they've had close contact with the two who have tested positive. Their test results are negative, as have test results for any of our staff who've been tested over the last number of weeks. And even in the midst of all the worry and anxiety over our two guests who've been positive, we are very thankful for that good news in the midst of this. Finally, I wanted to lift up before you again our need for sack lunches. During this time, we have had just a tremendously increased need for sack lunches, and so many of you have been so generous in making sack lunches or donating items for those. We are still in need, though, of sandwiches for sack lunches. And so if you have a commercial kitchen at your disposal, we could use meat and cheese sandwiches made for sack lunches that we can freeze and then pack into sacks for sack lunches as they are needed here at Micahs Mission and at Dorothy Day House. When we closed the community center dining room, I believe on March 9th was the day that we closed that to the public. At that time, we were typically seeing about 150 sack lunches that we distributed in any given month period. Between March 9th and the end of March, we distributed nearly 900 sack lunches. So we really do continue to need sandwiches for sack lunches and other supplies. Again, thank you so much for your continued support, and may God be with us all.